Though evil spirits are found in the scriptures, you can find the word evil spirit in the scriptures in a lot of passages, but um, according to Genesis, it's in the book of Genesis that we found the account of creation. Can never find anywhere in Genesis that the Most High, creator of the heaven and the earth, created evil spirit. So, um, how do we now have evil spirit living among us? Um, where do they originate from? Because we can't. There's no place in the scriptures that tell us how they came into existence. But there is a place in them, there's another source that we can find out how they came into existence and um, their purpose and how they operate. Let's explore and know the origin of the evil spirit, because I'm going to make a lot of videos about this evil spirit, because it is very important we know how everything started, because that is how we can know how it's going to end or what is happening in our surrounding, wherever we are, wherever you are watching me from. The very first time the word evil spirit mentioned in the scriptures is in the book of Judges 9:23, when he tells us that the Most High sent evil spirit to Abimelech and is it Shechem. So what happened in that passage is that the Most High was trying to pass judgment to a particular set of people, right? So now he now had the word they use, the word the English translate as sent should have translated as allowed. You know what I'm saying? So the evil spirits are always around. So what the Most High does is he put edge around everything that he created. So nothing happened without his authority. So for the evil spirit to be able to take possession of those people, the Most High Yahuwah need to give them permission, right? So he allowed the evil spirit to take possession of those people. That way they begin to destroy themselves. So you get what I'm saying? Then Yahuwah sent an evil ruach between Abimelech and the men of Shechem, and the men of Shechem dealt treacherously with Abimelech. Now, according to this passage, you can see that when Yahuwah allowed this evil spirit to take control of these people, they began to fight each other, kill each other, and you know what I'm saying, and perform all kinds of wickedness against one another. They were all in violence. So this is the very first time the word is used in the scriptures. The Hebrew word for evil spirit is ruach raha, which ruach means spirit, raha means evil or dysfunction. Proper word is dysfunction. Good in Hebrew means functional, something that is functional or functional. Then ra means dysfunction. So Hebrew word for raha, for evil or evil spirit, is urak raha. Now let's find out the characteristics of this evil spirit. These are the characteristics of evil spirit. Content, like content to contend with people, harmful, causing trouble, calamity, oppression, wickedness, and corruption. Those are the characteristics. Those are the characteristics of evil spirit. Now we know characteristics of evil spirit. So now, how did they came into existence? Let's go to the book of Enoch. Like I said earlier, I cannot find it in the 66 books. So let's go to the book of Enoch. The book of Enoch will tell us how they came into existence. Then if you go to the book of Enoch, for more clarification and for more understanding, if you want to read the book of Enoch, to get this particular information, I will advise you to read from chapter 7 till chapter 15. But I'm going to, for time's sake, I'm going to just summarize the chapter 15. Now in chapter 15, when when the Most High created the heaven and the earth and create human, and human were multiplying, you know what I'm saying? It got to a stage, um, daughters were born, women were born, and they were beautiful in those days, right? So that was when the watchers, the sons of heaven, the angels, decided lust after them. The angels I'm talking about is not the ones that rebel with the ones that rebel um up there, the ones that were thrown down from heaven. Those were the first set of fallen angels. These particular ones, they were put in charge of affairs of the humankind. You know what I'm saying? The Most High put them there to watch over us. Whatever thing that is happening, they should take account of what is happening on earth and report them to the Most High, to the Creator. So these are the angels that intercede for our prayers. You know what I'm saying? They are the one that, you know what I'm saying? If you read the book of Daniel, you get the idea of what I'm saying. So these watchers, that's why they call them watchers. Their dwelling place was in heaven. The Most High created them to live, give them, the Most High give them heaven as their dwelling place. Now they left their dwelling place and came to this earth to mingle themselves with women. So in that process, all those women, like, they had intercourse with women, right? They were angels, but they used to have intercourse with women. So now these men now gave birth to um children. So those are the children we know as Jajant, or as Jant, or Nephilim. So when that happened, now they have seen, they cannot go back up again. So they were asking Enoch to go and intercede for them. Now this happened before flood. As a matter of fact, this was the one of the reasons why the Most High flooded the earth. So this happened before flood. So this Enoch is the same Enoch that is mentioned in Genesis, when he said these are the children of Adam, Enoch. So Noah came from the lineage of Enoch. So we know him to be the first scribe, the first man that ever used something to write, like ever took account of something. So the Most High called him scribe of righteousness. Please, I will beg you all to go and read the book of Enoch, chapter 15, or from chapter 7 to chapter 15. So now they were asking Enoch to go and plead for them, so that the Most High will allow them to go back to their heavenly abode. So that was when the Most High tell Enoch that will never happen. That they were created to live in heaven because they are spiritual beings. So we human were created to live here on earth because we are flesh. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the Most High give us women to cohabitate with us, so that we can multiply. Why? Because we don't have that ability to live with this our current state. We cannot live forever. You know what I'm saying? But the angels, they were created to live forever. So they were spiritual beings. They are spiritual beings, right? So they were never meant to mingle themselves with women, to have anything to do with women. So that way they have polluted themselves, so they will remain here on earth till the day of judgment. So that another thing, the Most High told Enoch that they were the one to intercede for human, not human for them. You know what I'm saying? The angels, because they are spiritual beings, you know what I'm saying, and our Heavenly Father is spiritual. They were the one that's supposed to pray for us, not us praying for them, because they are superior to us. Remember, their dwelling place is in heaven, so they are superior to us in power. So when that happened, and they sleep with women, and women bring out offspring from them, Now remember, the Most High put his things in order, right? So the angels were supposed to live in heaven and humans were supposed to live in earth, right? So now these hybrid children that are half angels, half human, the Most High did not create any place for them. You know what I'm saying? So that way, according to the Hebrew, they are considered to be dysfunction. They are, because you know what I'm saying, they are not human and they are not angel. They are both. And the Most High did not create anything like that. So that way, when the Most High was passing down judgment, he told Enoch to go and tell them that this their offspring, they will remain here on earth, and they will, like, there's no abiding place for them. Them and their father will remain here on earth. Now remember, the angels cannot die because they were flesh, they were spirit, they are spiritual being. So when the Most High now brought, so the Most High tell that the spirit that are in this offspring of these hybrid children will will remain on earth, will roam around the earth. So they will be called evil spirit, according to the book of Enoch chapter 15 verse 8. I'll put it on screen. That is where that is the very first time the word evil spirit is mentioned in any book in this life. In verse 9, the Most High tell us that this spirit will be like cloud. They will be spirit of oppression, corruption, wickedness. As a matter of fact, he said that they will be spirit of wicked people. Now remember, when Yahusha was casting out demons from that man, the man now told him that he should not allow them to roam around. He should put them. Those spirit told Yahusha that he should put them in those pigs, those shrines. You know what I'm saying? Now, when the Most High told Enoch the judgment that he's going to bring on earth, and he said that he will bring judgment on those fallen angels, those angels that decided to mingle themselves with human, and those their offspring, that when their offspring died, their spirit will remain here on earth, and their spirit will be called evil spirit. That it will be spirit of oppression, corruption, contention, of wickedness, and all kinds of anything evil, anything wicked, which align with characteristics that I gave you guys earlier. That the word urak raha in Hebrew means contention, right? Harmful, causing calamity and wickedness, causing oppression and corruption. So dysfunction, right? So that is how evil spirit came into existence. So these evil spirits are the spirit of hybrid children of the angels, who when their body, in the body of these giants died, right, their spirit cannot go up to heaven. It remains here. It roam around looking for another body to possess. So that way, any human that go out of Yahuwah's will, this spirit will take possession of that human. So from there, that human will become dysfunction, it will become evil, it will become wicked, it will involve in oppression, wickedness, and all kinds of dysfunctional behavior. So that is how we get evil spirit. That is origin of evil spirit. Yahuwah did not create evil spirit. It is the fallen angels that mingle themselves with human and create another set of things that Yahuwah did not create originally. So Yahuwah considered that thing to be evil. Because why? Because he is not the one that created them. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we have evil spirit. The reason why I'm making this video is because I want us to understand what is really happening. I want everybody to have full knowledge of what is happening in the spiritual realm, and I also want everybody to understand that the spiritual control the physical, right? So whatever thing, whatever wickedness, whatever oppression, corruption that is seen that you see going on in this world is not just physical, it is spiritual. You know what I'm saying? So that's the purpose of me making this video. I want us to know that everything has origin. Things did not just start happening, right? We can trace all these things. Whatever thing that is happening in this life can trace it back to somewhere. Everything started somewhere. So that is the purpose of this for this video. So we can always go back to the scriptures, both the Apocrypha, the book of Enoch, the book of Joshua, and the book of Jubilee, to know the origin of everything, because everything started somewhere. So remember that this happened during the time of Noah. I remember what Yahusha said. He said that in the last days will be like in the days of Noah. So one of the things that happened in the days of Noah was this fallen angels mingling with themselves with human, bring out offspring that is not of Yahuwah, and those offspring were destroying mankind. So that's why, and they were destroying creation and everything Yahuwah created. Is that the same thing that is happening now? We'll find that out in the next video. Until then, remain blessed. Shalom.